On this episode of Not Rod, we get this rusty old pile running for absolutely no reason, just to turn around in the driveway. It's alive! So we introduced all of you to John in episode 14. This is John's 54 Belair. We're gonna try to get it running today.
Hopefully. Now driving it over Stevens Pass for a road trip, that's scary, but sounds like it'd be a fun trip. I do have oil. I don't know if there's any oil in it.
Definitely doesn't look like it's been ran in a while. Is that supposed to be the breather?
Yeah, that's a breather. That's their old school. That's the road draft breather. Remember on that short video we did on the
like what the 327 had?
This is like the tomato can deal, and that's the road draft.
There we go, now she works.
What's the oil look like on this thing? Have you pulled the stick on it?
I
mean, it looks good at the top. The question is, does it have water at the bottom?
Hey, who cares?
Whatever.
Just set it off to the side for now, and that way we can get it at all. And it's kind of cool that it's an original old 54 Chev. Nobody's mutilated it yet.
Until
well, it's about to be.
Until now. Well, I guess we just try to start it up, and if it starts squirting oil out from somewhere, we'll know where this goes.
I imagine half of America's never seen what points look like.
Well, this is what I love about points, is if it doesn't have spark, it's the points. So you know what to fix.
Points still look good. Yep, points still look good. The only problem is when I went to go get the coil, dude, they didn't have a black coil holder. Oh yeah, all they had was chrome. All they had was chrome.
I thought we were just gonna zip tie it to something.
That's what I was gonna do. But I was like, for the road trip, I'd rather have this mounted on the fender.
Yeah.
Are you planning on just running this hose all the way back to the tank, John?
I don't know if the tank is actually clean.
We may want to just try it into a gas can
for right now.
Yeah, let's just do it into a gas can.
Right now, we'll just drop into the VP can right here.
Perfect. So let's see, points, go to the ground side of the coil, and then we just got to put power to it from presumably here, if that's actually to the key switch. But for now, we could even just do hot wiring out here to a battery. So why don't I set some wires up?
Like any car from the 50s, it smells like mouses.
Where should we put this thing? How long are our wires? Just self-tapper it? This is our power?
Yeah, but I think we'll just hot wire it out here for right now.
Where you want to mount this thing at? Well, we could do one screw there.
Oh, look at that, all nice and chrome. Almost like a professional did it.
Almost. Got any big battery cables? Okay, we're looking at both of them are black wires.
Okay, which end is positive?
I don't know. This one will be positive.
That's gonna be positive?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. This baby's about to be hot.
Yeah.
Hopefully when we're on the road, no cops see that windshield.
I know, that's pretty bad, ain't it? Just go ahead and mount this for the 4th time.
How many people does it take? Boy, I think we're ready to crank this thing if it'll crank. So the coil wire is loose on the battery in case we gotta rip it off. White wire to crank it, so I'm gonna crank it here.
It's got some PB in it, it may pop off.
It's not cranking.
Hold on, let me turn the key.
Whoa!
Oh, whoa, the key actually works.
With no key, 1950 technology.
Okay, well then we don't really need this wire. So why don't we splash a little fuel down the carburetor and see if it'll actually run.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom.
Should we do it with Ryan's head down there?
Probably not.
Okay, fire in the hole, I guess.
Put another splash down that thing.
It might not have any spark. Those points may need to be cleaned.
Oh, you getting ready for a flame ball?
I'm putting this over here in case it drives forward. Spill gas all over the battery. That was one thing I didn't bring was my meter. Yeah, I forgot my meter. Well, that's okay because I know another way of checking these.
Yeah, get shocked.
So, if you take this like that, and then manually operate the points, nothing. But you should also be able to do it with your screwdriver, crossing
no
across
power.
there and nothing. So, thing actually cranks over real nice though.
Yeah, it does.
That could mean multiple things, buddy.
That
Like,
may not be good.
like it's got no oil pressure,
The valves
or
could be stuck
Yeah.
open.
There's zero
Correct.
compression.
I mean, it sounded like it's got
It
some
sounded like it
compression
had
in there.
something, yeah.
So you want to touch this to the negative on the battery, and then we'll take this guy to here.
That sounds like a direct short.
Oh, you know what? Is this a
The
positive
negative,
ground?
it's a positive ground,
It's a
and the
positive
negative's
ground.
supposed to go to the coil or the distributor.
Okay.
Oh,
It may not have even been cranking the engine the right direction. Well, that should make the coil work though, because we got positive, negative, and I didn't get them mixed up, did I? Oh, yeah, I got them mixed up.
My bad, dude. That, you know, when you,
I was betting I was gonna bite us. I was like, 2 black wires,
Yeah,
no marker.
backwards. My bad. All right, crank it. She's gonna run.
It's gonna run.
Maybe splash a little more fuel down her.
only in my house would you be dumping 110 into a 54.
Might need a little more timing, but
Try it again.
Hey, I think the clock's moving, guys.
nice. Let me give it just a little more timing advance here. I'm not sure which way advances it on these, but why don't I see which way it spins real quick, and then I'll know which way to go with it, because I think it would need to be advanced. Go ahead and crank it real quick just so I can see which way the rotor spins.
Clockwise.
So that means we want to go counter.
Hey, just think.
Oh!
I told you it was broken,
Dude.
homie. Told you it was broken. Hey,
What the?
I'd say that was running.
It was running.
Dang, we could drive this thing.
Well, we'll have to see if it'll idle, get fuel up into it, and see how it actually runs.
Yeah.
Put the fuel on the roof of the car. We'll get some gravity feed down into
Oh,
that
there we go.
pump.
Oh yeah.
Let it siphon in there, maybe help it out.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, especially if this thing lurches forward on us.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't move, because that could be dangerous.
What could possibly go wrong?
dude, I got a hose right there. I got like 9 fires.
When we do our episode from the hospital. Should I give it another little splash? Yeah, probably.
Just be careful, remember it's broken.
Yeah. I know now.
I warned you.
I know. If you had a little squirter, I could fill the bowl up, then we could really see.
Oh.
I'm gonna say the fuel pump ain't working. Go ahead, crank it.
Hold on. Dump fuel all over the place.
Oh, okay, I guess don't crank it then.
It's not like a V8, but it ain't gonna backfire and start a fire.
I don't see any oil on the rockers yet. So we gotta make sure the oil pump works. But that's a successful run, for sure.
I think it'll run halfway decent.
It might just take a while to get up to the rockers.
Yeah.
You know, on one of these.
I mean, that's the last place it goes.
Got something we can blow all the Pine needles out. I mean, it's not really a straight 6 unless it's got a few pine needles in the pan.
Hold on.
Yeah. I think it's got a little oil in there, unless that's water. I mean, we could run it with the cover off and just see if it starts squirting.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, why don't we try that?
All right, yeah, let's try
It's
that.
obviously not going to squirt a whole lot, so I don't think we'll take a bath.
Watch that fan. It idles.
Really? That's what happens when you get the timing right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that the fuel pump is not pumping fuel.
And possibly the oil pump.
Yep.
I mean, not that a straight 6 really needs oil pressure, but...
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're good, dude. We got tons of oil pressure.
Okay, we're good.
That
Even with it
was-
just cranking on the starter.
So that was like,
A second.
All right,
Yeah.
no worries then. We're
That-
good.
I
Let's
did-
see if it tried to siphon at all.
okay, here. Bro, I do this with methanol. I've learned how to do it and not get it in your mouth.
Good job.
There's all like sledge.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Ready?
Did it just run
I
out?
think it just ran out of fuel.
Okay, let's try that then.
Let's try that because now we got. I
Now
know,
you know it's
I
coming
know
out.
we have some vacuum going on with the fuel.
Yeah.
Hey, we got oil dripping out of the rocker assembly.
Yeah, starting to get oil up there now.
Yep, we got oil dripping out. Look at all the push rods spin. So crazy how they sit there and spin. Hey, kill it. Turn it off.
Oh, it's not dying?
It won't turn off.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got.
there we go.
We just got some.
It's getting warm.
Yeah.
We're getting a little warm.
Oh yeah.
We're still
still
pulling
primed.
fuel.
But I think we should get water to it now. By the time we get the radiator hooked up, it'll probably be cooled off enough to put water in it.
For
Yeah.
sure.
We could probably throw this guy back on. Huh?
Yeah, I think that can go on now.
I kind of like it with it off. Can't we put a plexiglass one on it?
That'd be pretty
That
sweet.
would be
Pretty
cool.
cool. I don't even know what that was for.
This is the vacuum advance.
Oh, so no wonder why I had to advance it. It's a good running little engine.
Yeah.
Is it just me or is the camera and the caster all out of whack?
I don't know. Probably.
It's fine. Is it bad that every time we get an engine running, I feel all sentimental and don't want to kill it anymore?
I know, huh?
Like we're all talking like, well, let's just put a freaking turbo on it. If it blows up, who cares?
Oh, hey, you know what would be classic, Ryan? Is if we put a luggage rack on top of it with like 4 or 5 5-gallon cans. And we're cruising over Stevens Pass with gas tanks on top of it, gravity feeding the gas in.
All right.
Put the front clip back on?
Yeah. I'm gonna need a better cutting utensil. Is that one pretty sharp?
No guarantees.
Sharper than mine.
Scary little. Hey, Turbo, Mr. Blankenship.
What?
Next time one of your buddies hooks you up on a super duper deal on a carburetor, you could mention them during the program.
So on episode 15, I put a Barry Grant 750 double pumper on my car. John was the one that hooked me up with a really good deal on it. Now he's all butthurt that I didn't mention him on the show. So I just want to give him some credit right now.
No, I was like, I watched the program and I'm like, dude, you could at least said that your buddy up north gave you a smoking deal on that carburetor, and because of that, all of a sudden, now your Nova goes faster.
You got zip ties? What am I saying? Of course you've got zip ties. Might be ready for some water. The head's still pretty hot though.
Ah, that thing's bulletproof.
That's true. 6 straight 6s. We've tossed water in those things at 300 degrees before.
Remember that 300? That was
300, yeah.
That was in that Ford.
That poor engine. We probably had that
Oh,
thing up to
man.
like 400 degrees and then just went right up to the garden hose.
Just spilling it all over the engine.
I don't
I don't think we're getting fuel.
Why don't we pop this line and just see if it will squirt into a bucket while we crank it?
Oh, no, there's fuel
Oh,
up
there's
there.
fuel. Okay, it's pumping.
We got a clog here, the needles.
So can we tap on that a little bit? Maybe get it to unseat it?
This right here will be episode 2 of it. You rebuilding this carburetor to put on the rig. You're like, look at that look on his face. He's like, I don't want to
Think not.
rebuild that. Notice it's got smack marks all over the top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say it's pulling fuel.
Yeah, it's running on its own. There it goes.
I don't know, no, it's stuck again.
I think it's this high idle. Whoa. See.
There it goes.
Yeah. But the rust coming out of the tailpipe. It's all rust.
Yeah, it's
Well, now we gotta make it drivable.
Yeah.
It does have a pretty good leak in the radiator.
The radiator definitely leaks. I don't think that's good enough for a road trip, but good enough to drive it around here and do a few burnouts if it'll do them.
Oh, carb's leaking.
So carb's leaking now. The needle's probably stuck open now, whereas before it was stuck closed.
Okay. I don't know what is in these things, so.
Yeah, as long as nothing goes down the intake manifold, we should be good, right? Looks like everything's pretty well modular and self-contained, huh?
That gasket will definitely be reusable. Oh yeah, shit just came out of there.
Oh, okay. Whoop, there's another little pin inside of that.
Oh, there's another pin? You didn't lose it, okay.
That's right there. It needs to go back in. You want to grab it and just... Yeah, that's got to be what held it open. I mean, there's a bunch of crap down inside the bowl.
This is gonna throw people all out of whack. They probably, most of America hasn't seen a drum brakes on the front of a car since, you know, what, the 60s? Maybe the 70s?
This thing's gonna stop so good.
It's got wheel bearing, actual round ball bearings
Oh, wow,
in it.
look at that.
And a spitter.
The back one looks fine. I'd say that's fine.
Dude, it's out of a bicycle.
Yeah, round bearings.
Oh, you mother.
It is what it is, dude. I'll clean it.
So I needed to put a new wheel cylinder on this brake, but somebody already pulled it off and it was missing these rods right here that go from the wheel cylinder to the shoes. And John just happened to have one sitting in the back 40 that we think has the right rods on it. So we're gonna pop them off of there and put them back where they should go on this car.
This is not the proper way to take these apart, folks. We don't really care. Somebody's on TV right now going, you're supposed to stick your finger on the back of it on YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I mean, come on. We're not newbies here. We know what we're doing.
Do we though?
Yeah, I mean, look.
Sometimes I wonder.
We just took it apart. There's one, there's two. I'm gonna go clean them up in the wire wheel real quick. And
If you think you know what you're doing, that's half the battle. So what do we got? We gotta get that wheel cylinder on, bleed the brakes, and get a gas can strapped
We need
to
to
the front.
strap a gas can to it, and the throttle linkage is going to be a problem. I don't see any holes in it.
So it seems like the gas pedal linkage will work. We just gotta get it.
Maybe drill a hole in it for a cotter pin.
Good thing drum brakes didn't change much for like 50 years because I had to rob a bunch of stuff off of that. Oh, and those bolts aren't the right size anyway. Okay, go find some other bolts.
I used to drill holes for a living.
Yeah, you want to drill this one?
Not really.
Wow, someone's smart. Than us anyway.
now you guys gotta understand something out there in YouTube word. This guy works for Boeing. He's drilled holes for 25 years now.
Don't jinx me.
And if he
The hole's not
screws
done yet.
this up, you know why planes fall out of the sky.
Oh.
See, I said don't jinx me.
In there.
Just need to find a place to put the spring.
Okay, cool. Get the spring on. So the wheel cylinder that John got was actually the wrong one. It was for the rear. The port comes straight out the back on it. And it's kind of like this on the car where this is right in front of it. And so you can't get the line on the back side of it straight in. So it needs to come out at an angle like this one does. But the bolt pattern on this is wrong for this to work because this has a bolt here and here, and the one on the car has a bolt here and there. These are actually going to work. The only thing that's different is that we're only going to be able to use one bolt hole, but it's fine because it's just the brakes. As long as everybody that's going to be driving the car knows that it's just one bolt holding the brakes together,
Disclaimer.
you know, it's fine. So I ended up breaking the bleeder valve off of the Nova wheel cylinder that I put on here, but the auto parts store actually has the correct one, so John ran to grab that. Meanwhile, we've been working on bleeding the brakes here, and we think the master cylinder is going to work on it. So once we get that wheel cylinder on, we should actually be able to drive this thing as long as we can get a gas can strapped to the front. So we're going to work on that now.
Perfect, dude.
All right. Check that out. That's
Cool.
better than a factory gas tank.
I agree.
Ah. Freaking neutral interlock actually works.
It's moving.
Seems like they're spinning.
Oh, shut it down.
We got, oh, it fuel's dumping out of that hole now.
I was actually dumping out of this port here, which is designed for something, but we don't
know.
care. So we're gonna plug that off. So that didn't fix it. So we're pulling the top back off this carb and see if we can maybe tweak the float, because we think the float's coming down too far and getting bound up on the needle, and then it's not able to close the needle. See if we can get that tweaked. If not, we do have another carburetor that's off like a 64 Impala that we could probably try on it.
So this is how I had it, but you can see how it jams up, like right there. This needle comes apart here. So it came apart when we took it apart and we didn't really know how it went in. So it went back together like that, but there's actually a spring in there that just fits down in to put it at the right height. And well, we screwed that up. So also, then this needs to be flipped around. Okay, now it's not at a goofy angle. Perfect.
Wheel cylinders on. Hopefully these are long enough. And then I had to throw some nuts on these bolts back here as spacers on this. So the only way to loosen up the bleeder valve is going to be with a socket rather than a wrench. But I feel confident we will have braking mechanisms. And it looks like this is missing a spring. That might work. Oh, that one's going to be a little tight. It's not the right spring.
Can we get away with that only?
I think you need both. Otherwise the wheel cylinder won't go back where it needs to go.
If you drill another hole in that shoe up higher?
Yeah, we could maybe drill a hole like right there. Yeah, sure. Where's the drill? Oh, this is just gonna be great. I love it. You don't think any of these metal shavings are gonna compromise the integrity of the braking system, do you?
Oh no.
Okay, we got 2 springs. There we go. Quick and easy. Greased. Then all we gotta do is bleed these brakes. This thing's roadworthy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily roadworthy, but good enough to drive a little bit, maybe.
Want to try and pump it up? Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Jeez. Good thing my face wasn't right in front of it. It was close. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Go ahead, pump them up.
I think we got it, man.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's throw a tire on and freaking drive this thing. From what we've heard, it does not have reverse, but you can drive without reverse.
Look at your feet cut down in there.
So we don't have enough lug nuts, and there's only 2 on each front wheel, so we're robbing one off the back, so the fronts will have 3. Drop this big lady down.
Does it have brakes?
Yep, well, it's got pedal.
Don't like it.
Yeah, if it doesn't want to stop, I'm going right through all those buckets right into John's buggy, so.
Yeah.
The brakes hold it for
Brakes
sure.
hold it?
The only problem is this seat likes to move.
Well, I don't know you got many options.
Aside from sitting on the floor, which might actually be better. Except I can't see a damn thing. But at least I can push on the brake pedal better.
What's the worst that can happen, Ryan? I'll go in the bushes.
Do burnout.
Hey, even one of the brake lights work.
Those brakes work really good, dude.
I think that's neutral. Will it roll back?
Put it in park, it won't go anywhere.
Well, I want to roll it back.
Put it in reverse.
Oh, it won't roll back in neutral? Yeah, if you put it in reverse maybe. Pull it back, there you go.
Should be neutral.
I think that's park.
Yeah, you're in park.
You're in park. I think that's neutral. It'll go.
Now you're in gear.
There we go. Reverse the brakes in backwards probably don't work too great, but.
Woo! The seat slid.
Oh, it's spinning tire.
Is it?
It's spinning tire. Do a burnout.
Is it burning
It
out?
does do burnouts. There it goes. There it goes.
Back up a little
Back
further.
up a little bit. Try it again.
Is it really burning out?
Yeah.
Oh, we got some smoke. We got smoke.
There you go.
Go, 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 go. Oh, nice burnout. Nice burnout. Oh, yeah, she is just laying rubber.
Edobon. It was all good until the seat slid all the way back, and the next thing I know, dude, I was like East LA style, down and low, and I'm like, ah! Bro, I don't really think, even if we tune the shit out of this, that it's going to go over Stevens Pass.
Turbo time.
That was a good white trash burnout through the lawn.
You were laying rubber.
Holy! That is a true one-wheel peel. Dude, I wonder if technically you should do the burnout sound. Like cut the burnout sound into it, like they do when the cars peel in the gravel, they always burn out.
It did move.
It did definitely moved.
Yeah, and it stopped, yeah.
Freaking mission accomplished on making this thing run and drive.
Yeah, now we gotta do is make it run and drive a little better and throw some type of paint on it so it's all one color.
I would do no paint.
No paint?
No paint whatsoever. We road trip this
just leave
sucker
it.
right like this, the rusty pile that it is.
Could.
It just needs seats. Seats
Bolt
and
in
reverse.
bolt in a milk crate and put a seatbelt on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we accomplished something today.
Hey, it started,
Yeah.
it ran, it moved on its own. It wasn't overheating. It's got oil pressure. It's got all the good things. Reverse didn't really want to move too well, but I mean.
And the radiator either doesn't leak or it ran out of water. I mean, oh no, it's still leaking. I think.
so
Yeah,
it's got a
it's still leaking right there. Yeah, I mean, I think if we can't get reverse to work, then I don't know. Either rebuild that tranny, put a different tranny in it, put a whole new engine and tranny in
I think it would be fun to rebuild that tranny.
Yeah, we could rebuild that tranny, and then I think it's good for a road trip. Stevens Pass, here we come. So maybe we didn't quite end up making it on the road this time, and that may seem like an awful lot of work just to turn a car around. But what do you think? Was it worth it? And what would you do with this thing? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, keep those knot rods rusty.
I have no clue how transmissions work.
You don't remember?
As far as I'm concerned, there's like a wizard in there.
Witchcraft.
You put it in gear and he waves his wand and the car moves.
Well, pretty close.
Yeah,
I think that's how.
I think you're pretty close to that, how that works.
Holy moly, Mary had a little lamb. Where in the f did that little bucket of parts go? Ow!